Jalen Hurts coming in at number 19 on the NFL's top 100 players list. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all your support as we grow this new channel. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great day. Let's talk about this a little bit because, of course, as we know, the disrespect for Jalen Hurts, and I hate even using that word. It's overused, but it sure seems to be coming for Jalen Hurts. They are bending over backwards in the anti-Philly sports media to diminish Jalen Hurts and say he is not elite, whether it's talking about that, all of a sudden they're a super team or any of this nonsense. By the way, AJ Brown came in at 29. I don't think, well, Saquon Barkley, of course, I'm sure will probably come top five, if not number one, but AJ Brown's the only receiver. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Eagles went to a Super Bowl in which they Hurts outplayed Mahomes in 2022, and we did not have Saquon Barkley. So that eliminates that excuse right there. And, well, first of all, he was number 15 last season. And let me just double check. But oh no, it was 2022 when he came in second in MVP, right? But he was 15 last season, and he went backwards. This is a man who is undefeated against what we'll call the Elite Three, say of Jackson, Allen, and Burrow, and 2-1 versus little Patrick Mahomes, including the Super Bowl, two Super Bowl appearances, a Super Bowl win, a Super Bowl MVP. Yes, the man is elite. Okay. We have this. He is now, just so you know, he's the eighth current Eagle player to make the NFL's top 100, four on offense, four on defense. We've got a couple of offensive linemen, of course. We've got our rookie, that's fantastic. Two rookie secondary players on this list, which is amazing. And defensive lineman as well in Jalen Carter and new linebacker Zach Vaughn. But I'm not seeing super team offense with for Jalen Hurts right there. But that is what we have. That is what we have going on for this team. And then we have, is this it? There's one other thing I wanted to show you that was absolutely crazy. That, of course, is not it. Let me see if this is it. Oh, I know I got it here somewhere. Yeah, this is kind of what I was just saying, actually. The man finished 15th last year, and he followed that up with a win in the Super Bowl, and he goes down. Now, to that point, and I'm going to get to that in a minute because he says, Lord, don't let me see Jared Goff above Jalen Hurts. So I think it was, I think this might be it. This is kind of fun. This is kind of, oh, yeah. CJ Gardner, keeping it real. CJ Gardner Johnson, thank you, sir. Said Jalen Hurts should be number one on the NFL top 100 players list. I just thought I'd toss that out there because, CJ is no longer even with the Eagles, so I thought it was cool for him to put that out there. And then this is kind of funny. This is kind of funny. Before I get into some more stuff about Jalen Hurts, Nick posted this all these different times that Anthony Russo said, Hurts is him, Hurts is him, Hurts is him. Well, I think he posted that like a million different times all in the same day. But look what he said today. I already knew this list was not serious, but this sums up how dumb it truly is. Jalen Hurts is closer to 119 than 19. And Anthony Russo, anybody can be anything, I guess, at this point, because Anthony Russo calls himself an NFL draft analyst. But apparently he has an irrational hatred for Jalen Hurts. And one thing I want to talk about, because we hear about it a lot in terms of Jalen's numbers, right? It's that touchdown pass. He doesn't throw a lot of touchdown passes. Well, they don't have to with the way that they can run the football, including him. I saw it was I think it was the Packers game the other day. It was oh, I can't remember. Packers Seattle, right? And one of the early touchdowns was a 1 yard touchdown pass for the Green Bay Packers. And I thought, in today's NFL, with it being everything's geared toward the passing game, you see a lot of touchdown passes now that are thrown in yardage situations where a lot of times it used to be a handoff and you get those rushing touchdowns. And of course, Jalen Hurts himself, you get inside that too, and he's rushing. He had 14 rushing touchdowns last year, which is second only to 2023's 15, and he threw 18. Well, if he throw, not that he would throw them all, but even if he only throws half of the ones that he ran in, there's 25 right there. And then any of the others in short yardage where they just start, they get inside the 10 and they just run it two, three, four straight times and score that way. It's kind of an absurd number to use against Jalen Hurts. And again, this is a guy who in 2022 went to a Super Bowl and outperformed the Patrick Mahomes, clearly outperformed him, and did that without Saquon Barkley. And to that point, for the Eagles' running game, let's not forget, besides his own running ability, right? Jalen's decision making as well, which is getting better, and that ability as a runner or to pull it down and pass, as many do. That threat that he of Jalen pulling the ball out when he goes to hand off to Saquon, it makes things a lot easier for Saquon Barkley. And I'm not taking anything away at all from what he is doing. Okay. I'm just saying, let's stop downplaying Jalen Hurts' impact on even the running game when it's not him running the ball. Last year, 2024, he tied his career high in yards per attempt at 8, which is the same it was in 2022 when he was the MVP runner up. He also set a career high in completion percentage. And yet they're gonna sit here and say, "Oh, Jalen Hurts is an elite. All these guys are better than Hurts." Now, look, you've got Patrick Mahomes still coming, Lamar Jackson, so he's going to be ahead of him. Josh Allen's going to be ahead of him. Joe Burrow's going to be ahead of him. I don't see Jared Goff on the list, so he's probably going to be ahead of him. I don't think Justin Herbert is on the list either. Absolutely, absolutely wild. But we just continue to get the disrespect for Jalen Hurts. Not that I think Jalen cares, other than he probably uses that as fuel. Not that he needs it, but no one carries themselves like Jalen Hurts does and has that desire to win the way Jalen Hurts does. So anyway, here's just I don't know if he needs it, but here's another thing to pin up on the wall. Only 19, especially when it comes out and we see who the other quarterbacks are that are ahead of him. Pretty much everyone I just named is probably going to be on that list as well. So anyway, I just let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. Do you think 19 is too high? Do you think it's too low? What do you think on that number? What do you think any of this? Do you think any of this even has an impact on Jalen Hurts and his preparation heading into another season? Let me know in the comments. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, help us keep growing. I will talk to you in another video. Go Birds!